Hello and welcome to Dice and Adventure. We are a group of friends who love to tell stories. I am Matt, your Dungeon Master, and I will allow the players to introduce themselves, starting with M.
Yo, my name's Em, she, they pronouns, and I'll be playing Xanthi today, who's a she, her.
Hey, I'm Sen. Tonight I'll be playing as Morticia.
Hi, I'm Montiago. I'll be playing Dimitri, and we both use he, him.
I am Kisman. I'll be playing William, and we both use him.
Okay, so last time we was all together in this setting, we had a day of Morticia discovering she may have started taking her father's place in terms of where he's at, in a dream state anyway, waking up to tell William all this information, and William divulging some of what makes William who he is. They all then went downstairs, Reese in tow with Xanthi, to see what Luros had planned for them. He then made it very clear to them that they had no idea what they were doing, and they seemed to just be messing things up for them. With that being said, he said he's willing to trade information and items if they can complete a little training task. When they was about to set that off, Reese tried to escape the tavern to go out to back, was not able to escape, and then there was a mass explosion happening near the blacksmith in town, making situations for the training not happen. So Dimitri, Morticia, William went with Luros to the explosion, found the blacksmith there, pulled them out. William gave them a potion to start healing them up, and then they found a prototype of a liquid metal sentinel there. They began to fight that. With that being defeated, a member of the Doctor's bodyguards, also known as one of Xanthi's sisters, turned up. A fight broke out with that, them trying to subdue rather than harm, and they tried to break their concentration of the Xanthi's sister. With a calm emotion spell from Dimitri, they managed to get her to a point of reasoning. Once there, William tried to explain that, listen, you may be free for now. It might change, it might not change, but if it does break and you are free in your own mind, play along with what the doctor tells you to do, because it's easier than trying to fight him head on. As previously shown, he doesn't get on well once his toys are kicked out of the pram. That then led to moments of back and forth, and then a figure clad in silver armor showed up, known as the Mercy King. He then claimed that two of his prizes were in one place, began to torture the bodyguard of the Doctor, and also began to attack Luros, who at this point had transformed into his elder state, which was a cross between a wolf ghost hybrid kind of being. Sealing Luros away, he then looked at Morticia, William, and Dimitri and told them, choose your next moments carefully. And before we dive right back into that moment, right now, we pick up in the tavern with Reese, kind of just sitting on the edge of the bed, just head in her hands, just... you know what? I'm starting to feel a bit better.
That's good.
I don't know what came over me, but I felt really weak all of a sudden.
Is there anything that you feel up for doing? Or you want to take it easy for a bit?
It's weird, but I feel like we're needed somewhere. I don't know. Maybe your friends are in trouble. This has happened to me before. The night when we all got taken, when you left camp, I felt like something was going to happen, and then you're telling me I've been asleep for all this time. So
I wish you had said something then, but if you think that means something is happening now, perhaps we should go check it out.
yeah, maybe. We should just. I don't know. I just got like an uneasy feeling.
Are you sure you feel up to it? I don't want to put you in danger again.
I mean, danger comes, danger goes. It should be okay.
Perhaps you should wear a hooded cloak or something. We do not want the doctor to know that another has broken his control.
Maybe that's a good idea. Oh, I don't know what his name was, but that creepy man that was with us downstairs, he did leave something for me, and she just pulls out like this really black over the top overcoat, puts that on and flicks the hood up, and then the hood kind of has like this built-in mask to it that kind of shields her face.
That is perfect.
It's very heavy though.
Do you have your weapon with you, or have you lost it?
I should. And she looks around and she goes, and then she takes like this dagger off of her belt and then clicks it, and it turns into a labrys.
Very good.
You know me, I prefer dagger. It's easier.
Shall we head off then?
I think so.
Presume it has something to do with this explosion we heard earlier.
I think I've only known your friends for like less than a couple of hours, like in total. I feel like if there was an explosion, they would be there, whether they're the cause of it or whether they're the ones making it. I just got that feeling.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And if you ever feel like it is too much, just let me know and we will return.
Yeah. I will. Let's hope I can get out the tavern this time.
Indeed.
Running downstairs, just makes for the threshold of the tavern, and it seems like there's like a barrier there for her, but she does manage to break through it. But it does seem like for a moment it's like she's walking through like almost like slime or something. It's just like very like unfluid movement, but she does manage to break out, and you see the smoke coming from the main part of town.
So Xanthi is going to call for Ethon and then hold a hand down for Reese to climb up behind her.
Amazing. Yeah, easy enough. As soon as you call for Airthorn, Reese grabs your arm, flicks, almost like Legolas style, just like flicks up onto the horse. And you begin to dart to where the smoke's coming from. Then we pick up with Morticia, Dimitri, William, you staring down the Mercy King as he's just like looking down at Xanthi's sister there. And he's just like, well, what have you chosen your next moves to be?
I have a question.
Yes, of course.
My necklace, it allows my pet
Yes.
to stay within.
Yes.
Do I know if it allows other creatures?
You haven't tried it before, but there's always a first time.
I mean, unless someone has something against it.
All I'm going to say is you do understand with your pet is somewhat magical, being that familiar. So there is that. But otherwise, you can do what you want. Yeah, you can certainly try.
Well, I don't know. It's a familiar.
I mean, technically no, but yeah, just above table. Just don't want any hidden things going on.
What does Xanthi's sister like? What's her state? Can I tell from just by looking?
Yeah, make me a medicine check, I think, is the best way.
Okay. Oh no, 6.
6. To be fair, that's good enough. She's still breathing.
Okay.
And the convulsing that was happening to her has stopped. Yeah, that convulsing has stopped. And she is just laying there for now.
Okay, I'll just say to the Mercy King, what's your goal here? Why do you cause harm to her?
Oh, I was never really harming anyone. I was merely allowing them to see their faults within their dreams. And for some people, when they don't understand their dreams, they can become nightmares.
You should leave.
Oh, I can certainly leave. But I'm taking her with me.
You shall not.
That's not part of it.
I'm sorry, but I came here with the goal of taking 2 prizes. I've got 1. I will take the second one.
I'm sorry, she's not a prize for you to claim.
Who says? Who says she's not a prize for me to claim? Who are you all to tell me that I cannot claim my prize?
Is there anything else you could take instead?
I don't think you understand the situation we're in right now. This town, this city, is in a interesting balancing act. One uneducated move could sway the course of every issue we've had coming or going in this place. So if I tell you she's a prize is what she is.
So if we let you take her, then what? What are you going to do with her as your prize?
I will help. Of course I will help. And I will also investigate.
Will you help her or yourself?
I believe our actions are one of the same. Helping me will help her. Helping her will help me.
Are you gonna do what you did with our friends?
And what would that be? What do you think I've just
Take
done?
them in,
Oh,
I guess.
oh, it's funny you call him a friend. For me, he's just a bad mood, a temper tantrum. I would say at this point, Xanthi and Reese, you see Xanthi and Reese riding up on Airthorn. All 3 of you won't.
Would Xanthi see her sister on the floor?
Oh yeah, she's not concealed or hidden or anything, so I would definitely say yes. And you do see, you just see this man clad in silver armor.
So I think she's going to ride immediately over to her sister and kind of let Reese off just by her and then stand Ethon in front between this figure and her sister. Is everything okay here? Turning to the group.
Not a bad stalemate.
He wants your sister as his prize.
Then you'll have to go through me.
Which I am more than willing to do, but I'm trying to not resort to such primal matters. You should understand how to win battles. They're not won on the battlefield, they're won before you even hit the battlefield. And this is one of the moments that could make or break or change the tide of things.
And who is it that you represent on this battlefield?
I represent this city. I represent those who have been neglected or put down due to the ongoings of this city. But most importantly, I represent myself.
And how does my sister fit in with that?
And then he just looks and he's just like, well, by all means, if you feel you could do a better job and rescue the one like you did before. Oh, wait. You only have one with you now, don't you? Yes, your rescue mission was amazing last time. I watched it. It was quite the riveting performance. Trying to convince your sister to not harm anything or tell her it wasn't her, and she fought and broke the doctor's control. It was fantastic. But then where did that get her? Where did that get your companion here? Where did it get any of you?
You speak as if you are also an enemy of this doctor, that he disturbs the peace in this city.
Yes, I'm an enemy of anyone who tries to make this city do what it's not supposed to do. This city was made to be a great city, a safe haven, a place of progress, not a selfish, momentary lapse of judgment or character. I weep that the city has become what it is.
Then it seems we are not entirely opposed. But I'm sure you can understand why I'm apprehensive.
I completely can see from your point of view what you are trying to accomplish, and I feel in most regards it's a noble thing. But I look at things in an edge of realism. Even the faintest dream is based in reality. And I feel while you're busy chasing your sisters, you're never going to be able to do anything to achieve anything here. I also feel that while we have a mutual enemy, you have a mutual friend that is a enemy of mine.
Turning to the others. I don't want to give him my sister. What do you all think?
If you want to fight, I fight with you.
It's your sister. I'll follow you. I did promise.
We just gotta make sure we don't regret this, I guess.
We don't want to fight you.
I
Is
wouldn't
there
want to
any-
fight me either.
Is there any middle ground we could come to?
A middle ground. Interesting. Have you heard of a special type of crystal that can amplify magical potential?
I do not tend to spend much time thinking about these magical things.
I tell you what, I'll make a deal with you all. I keep both your sisters for now, and by my word, I keep them safe and unharmed. And should that change at any moment, I could make a contract with you that would teleport you back right in front of them. And while I'm looking after your sisters, you go to Magegrave to research about these crystals for me.
Xanthi will turn to Morticia. I don't know anything about these magics. Does this sound plausible to you? That he will be able to make this binding deal?
I mean, do I know? I mean, I assume I know about like deals with demon lords, but
yeah, you
I
know
know-
that there can be deals, and like if a magical deal is made, the rules of said deal has to be uphold over everything. So if the rule was as soon as the sister would become put into a threat, that would be the trigger point to the deal. But you also have to make sure you read the deals properly. That's what you know when it comes to these types of magic.
as long as there's no double meaning in any of the sentences in the contract, it should work.
I trust you. Do you think that you would be able to look over this with me?
Of course.
Turning back to the Mercy King. So, what do we get if we do this, other than avoiding a fight?
You get this. And he clicks his fingers, and the sister that was on the ground sits up, takes off their helmet, and they have like a very like strong jaw, quite short, like I would say down to like shoulder length hair. They're very like, now you can appreciate them, their build. They're very like strong built, not quite like giant king like Xanthi, but like very strong for what they are. You recognize this to be Theo.
Theo, are you
Yes,
okay?
I feel like I've been hit by a horde of horses.
Xanthi's gonna jump down and give him a hug.
I've had the weirdest dream. I dreamt I was trapped with this bald-headed man. He said to us that our sister would save us if she, and then I don't know, there was this red guy. He was in my dream. I dreamt about this red guy, and he kind of kept leading me through different doorways in my dream. It was very, very weird. And then I finally come out of this last door, and now I've woken up here. Why am I wearing this? And as a matter of fact, where am I?
A long way from home.
You can say that again.
I do not feel that it was entirely a dream. But it appears that you have broken out for now. Nodding to the Mask King. I will believe you if you will make this a fair deal that we can look over.
Of course, my deal is simple. Like you said, we have a mutual enemy. And he is strong. He
Indeed.
has taken my son from me, turned him into something he should not be, an abomination. He took his natural gift of being able to walk into dreams and corrupt them. I want these crystals to break the Doctor's hold over everyone he's controlled.
Question. How
Yes.
old does this guy look?
With the armor on, it's quite hard to determine an age. I tell you what, roll me. I'm going to say roll me an investigation check, and you're going to proper like hard eyeball him.
9.
9. He doesn't look like he's in his teens. Definitely not. He's definitely older than that. But you put him somewhere from the age of 20 to about 40. You're not 100% sure.
Okay.
Do I know anything about the crystals that he's speaking of?
Roll me a history check, and you don't get disadvantage.
Yeah, no, it's strange. 16.
As you're thinking, you do recall your mother having a set of crystals that she would always like. You remember, like, there's a scene in your head. You remember you as like a little kid going to like touch one. She's like, no, you never touch these with your bare hands. And you do remember her saying, like, these are her special crystals. They make her stronger when she feels weak. And then, like, words start tumbling through your mind, and the word Glasburst comes into mind.
Would the colours of them also come through with that, or no?
You from what you remember, your mother only ever had like green ones. So from
Okay.
what you understand, they're the only ones that's.
I have an idea of what you're talking about, but you're speaking to him as plural. I didn't see multiple different types.
Oh, no, there are plenty for whatever need you need. You've heard of these?
I have a memory of them, yeah.
Interesting.
So there a specific one I'm going to be looking for.
I would really like the ruby ones. Them ones would amplify my magic tenfold, and they would be able to allow me to perform the spell of binding onto the Doctor, binding his mental prowess within himself so he cannot use it.
Since we're at the stage of sharing, what would the green ones do?
The green ones, they are more harnessing natural energies and to do with healing. There's
Well, I can
also
see why.
a blue type. These ones are more the rarer type.
Okay, well, I can see why I only know of the green ones then. Do you have a count of how many?
I need a lot. I would say 10,000 gold's worth.
Okay. Any
Any
means necessary, or do you want it above board?
I will leave that to your imagination. I just need the crystals for both our sakes.
Right. If we're gonna do this, perhaps you can tell us who you are. I have my suspicions, but why hide your face?
For I'm the city, and the city has no face.
So you're not willing to share?
I guess if that will sway you, that I'm not anything nefarious. And then he's gonna like take the helmet off. As he does, you see a red elemental, a fire elemental, but with short black hair, shaved sides, and now the helmet's off. You can see one eye is completely like white, and the other eye a deep shade of blue. And now you can see like deep set wrinkles now the helmet's off, and almost like his face aged up once the helmet's removed. I am Virius. By your faces, I presume you wanted someone else?
Yeah.
Let me guess. A fire elemental, black and blonde hair, talks a lot.
Is that your son, perchance?
It's one of them.
You know he's a cock, right?
So I've been told.
Okay, just wanted to get it out there in the air since we're going to be mutual work partners at this point.
He has been exiled from this city, so he went into business with the doctor to try and get his brother back. That backfired and I lost both my sons. Now I do what I can to slay those who have been touched by the doctor. I will be honest with you, your sister was on that list. And I promise you, if you do anything to show me that you side with him, I will hunt you all down.
There is no chance of that. But it sounds like I will need quite some assurance if you are stating to our faces that your intent was to kill.
Maybe if we can talk, not in the open.
Yeah, that might be an idea. The smoke can only do so much.
Yes, and like you just see like the smoke starting to clear, and like people are starting to like run around, and you see like some more of these liquid metal sentinels like start to run about, but they don't seem to be like violent. They seem to be like trying to clean up the situation.
You might want to put that back on.
Oh, don't you worry about me. The Mercy King's a myth. No one believes when they've sinned. But if we could meet at the back of Haps and Hazards, I have a little underground, rendezvous point, should we say. No one ever thinks to look in the most boring place in the city.
I knew there was something in that story.
Yeah, when you was making your checks, you was just like, I think you was like 5 off.
Oh,
I rolled a nat 20.
I know, but even with that, you was 5 off. Nat 20s are not always auto successes.
yeah.
Not on ability checks now.
Yeah.
My sisters will stay with us until then, but we will meet you there. Well,
Okay.
I'll have to talk with everyone, but
No. I think I'm on board.
We are with you.
I'm
Yes.
the only one that has knowledge of these crystals as it sees it.
But I feel we should at least keep the illusion up. And he puts his helmet back on and like whips his cape, and like with that the smoke trails with him, and he knocks you all back as he disappears. With that, Lilianth comes running over, and she's like, "Is everything okay?"
Well, I feel better than I have felt the past couple of days.
You got to meet the Mercy King? Is anyone hurt? Does anyone need healing?
I'll be fine. And he's gonna get up and go over to the belt and like that was left and kind of pick it up and go, we have a bunch of reading to do. As well as other arrangements.
and while we are here, is it worth looking in on the equipment we had being made?
I want my hill.
You see Proxima, Sagecast, she's slowly recovering. Her burns are slowly healing from the potion she was given. And she's just like, wow, this is... you are in need of your equipment, yes. I managed to get that out before the attack.
You're right. I did what I could.
It was
No
more
caster.
than enough. I just...
I guess you figured it out then. I didn't give you great instructions in the middle of I apologize.
Luckily, we deal with these kind of magical things. They all seem to follow the same pattern of usage.
I'll go give them a hand up if they want it.
Yeah. She takes it and she stands up and she's just like, I'm sorry for the situation we got you in.
It's fine.
We was just told that if... And she's about to say something, and you see Lilianth walk over, and then she stops talking, and she just hands you your items that you had requested.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Do you need any more healing?
Please, I'm fine.
Okay.
Will you be wanting this armor back, I suppose?
No, just keep it. It's okay.
You sure about that?
Yes.
It's
It's fine. It's more than I could do for the inconvenience.
it doesn't seem fair though.
It's fine, seriously. And she just like a subtle look at you, William, but like a direct look, and just being like, just go. It's fine.
All right. I might be back though, and might need you to take measurement. Can I give him a pat on the shoulder? And just be like,
Perhaps we could talk about equipment another time. Maybe when it's not so many
We're
of
less
you.
busy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Make me an insight check, William.
most certainly can. 24.
24. You get in the strong suspicion that there's a lot of animosity here between Lilianth herself, and there's a lot of things. There's a lot of like tension there, and they're subtly hinting that, you know, it's minor things like eye movements and ever so often, but you just watching and understanding. You get she's kind of under duress at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, we're pretty packed, so give us a day or two and then I'll swing by on my own, don't worry.
Yes, of course.
Hopefully that can be repaired quickly. And kind of like gestures to the blacksmith and then kind of compose
Mm-hmm.
a little bit and be like, so, reading first and then other engagements.
Sounds good.
Gonna throw the bell at Dimitri, just for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, there was meant to be something in there as well as a bunch of different stuff we all meant to read eat.
Speaking of, where is Leros?
Long story. That's yeah.
I will whisper to her. Not alone. It was absorbed by the Mercy King.
Absorbed?
Yeah.
I was looking forward to our fight. Perhaps another day.
You can do it with the Mercy King. I don't know.
I'm not sure that is the best idea, at least for now, but who knows?
As this is all happening, a carriage pulls up, a very like fancy carriage, and out steps the doctor, and he's just like, "Oh, I must pay for the damages to this town immediately." And he just like takes out like a giant sack of gold, puts them in Proxima's hands. And he's just like, "That should be enough to cover your building. Oh, you four were injured during this situation. I will find who is responsible for this. Please take my word, it will never happen again." And then in all of your heads you hear, "Unless you cross me." And Lilianth kind of standing at one end and the doctor's at the other end. There's this kind of like look, and they both back away.
Just getting over like all the adrenaline stuff. Just gonna try and be as subtle as possible and just whisper to the shield. How close are they, if at all?
Close? What's close?
Okay, well you have a different tone this time.
Yes.
Wasn't I meant to find other of you?
More of me. Yes. More.
Alright, we'll see this later. And kind of put the shield on the back.
Yep. Okay.
We're okay. We have other things to do.
Yeah, we do. Have a lovely day. Kind of being cordial towards the doctors, a little, you know.
He's
And,
like, "Oh, I will. Oh, you have Is she hurt? Does she need anything?
No, it
I
seems
got
to be all fine.
Oh, okay. Good.
I'd imagine Xanthi has just put herself between the sisters and him and is just staring daggers.
Well, should you need anything, I have eyes and ears everywhere.
I imagine.
And he just gets back into the carriage and starts to go off. And Xanthi, you hear in your head, well, I suppose that's 2 points for you. Now, I would be very careful. Accidents happen when friends are close.
Tries to block it out and just deal with what she can.
And then Theo's just like, I recognize that man.
He is not a good man.
He didn't seem too bad. He paid for the damages.
It is an act to get the public on his side.
You
He's
attract
the
more
one
bees with
responsible.
honey.
I don't know. It's been a very confusing however long I've been asleep.
We need to decide what to do next, but perhaps we should do that somewhere a little more quiet.
We should go back to our rooms. Discuss there.
That's what I thought too.
No, I have a better idea. If we just need the carriage to get us to the outskirts of town, I guess. Well, not outskirts of out. You know. I've got an idea.
So is the plan to go to like the lower district, like not the main like shopping district of the city, like the lower district where like the poorer people live. I was going to say the lesser people, but that's not kind of
the idea he has is going to, you know, the woman of, I think it's like Albert or something, the wife of Albert.
Yeah.
Seeing if she'll be happy to just for like a day or so.
You're more than willing to go. You're more than willing.
Oh.
You're more than
willing to try. Yeah.
You can definitely go there.
So yeah, you won't tell any of the others, at least not out in the open.
Fair enough.
And he'll just try and get a wagon sorted, and he won't get a driver either. He'll just renting it for like a day or something off. And yeah, that'll be the idea. He'll get everyone together and try and head that way.
Seems like a great idea to me. Is everyone else wanting to do that and no one wanting to do anything else?
Is the box that the metal thing was holding, is that still around?
Yeah, the hand with the box, yeah.
Dimitri will try and take that. Sneakily, if you can, but if not...
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
13.
13? Anyone with a passive perception higher than 13 or higher, you will see him do it. But for the most part, people around, you don't think anyone's seen you do it? And I would say, William, to rent the carriage for a day is a deposit of 15 gold.
Yes.
And then obviously you pay for damages upon returning it.
Fair.
And then if you don't return the car, you meet like this cranky old man. He's like, if you don't return my car, there's going to be 100 gold on your head.
I understand.
I made this car with my own hands.
As long as it gets to A to B, fine. That's all we need it for.
Hey, you gonna be? Where is that?
Point A, which will be here, to point B, and then return. That's all we're doing. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Just don't overthink it too much.
Oh, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, and with that you can get the cart, gather everyone else up and make your way back to the lower district. And I will say we will call a break here and then we'll pick up with you guys entering the lower district when we return. Hello and welcome back. So, you work your way through the city, come into the lower part of the district, going all the way through there back to Alfred's family's house. The lady of the house comes out and she just looks strangely at you, William, as you're just parking up the carriage.
I apologize. You're the only point of contact in the town I have left, and places don't feel safe. There's too many ears.
No, it's quite all right. It's just you're not the first visitor I've had today. It's just overcome by visitors.
Oh?
Yes, we've had someone else pay us a visit as well. Apparently, Alfred had some tea with them when they was in town.
Oh, that's interesting. Oldish woman by any chance?
I have you know, actually, I'm not that old. I'm old, but I wouldn't say I'm old. And then you just
You're
see
an elder.
Gladys. You just see Gladys come step out from behind the lady.
Gladys, I missed you.
Gladys!
Oh,
Ah,
how's everyone doing?
Terrible.
Not great.
bad.
Oh,
It's been difficult without you.
well,
We've got him way above our heads, and I'll be honest about that.
would everyone like a nice cup of tea?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Please.
No problem. Oh, you have two new friends.
I'm Gladys. This is Theo and Reese.
Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Gladys. I think I'll break out the specialty. And she just like waddles back inside.
Gonna walk up to the lady of the house and just put 10 gold in her hand and go, I know it's not much, but it's at least a thank you for the short notice.
It's very nice of you, but I would feel bad if I
Too
turned
late.
away. Okay, I take that as a non-negotiable.
You're having it after failing to save your husband. I kind of feel responsible.
You know what? Less said on the topic, the better.
Yeah. I've got my demons to deal with, and I'm pretty sure everyone else does as well.
But yes, please come in. And as you go inside, Gladys is there just making a big pot of tea. She's got like plates and cups out. And she looks at you, Mortis. She's like, cake.
Yeah?
Would you like the vanilla one or the chocolate one? Or maybe a bit of both?
Yeah, let's do both.
Yes, I think so. Reunions are special occasions. And yeah, she gets about everyone gets a cup of tea and 2 slices of cake. And these are like your Nan style cut cake. Like it's not like a sliver you would get in like a coffee shop. This is like a doorstep.
Like a a mountain, yeah.
So, tell me what's been going on since we last met.
Where do we begin?
So
Where
much
do we
has
end?
happened.
We never got to see your guy here. You've been caught up.
Oh. Okay.
I hadn't done something like that. I can't. It's been way too much.
Okay. Oh, my dear, you've got a tattoo?
I was just thinking.
Yes.
it might be worth looking over CO, making sure the doctor can't track us.
Oh, right, yes. Dimitri says I can't do that anymore. I'm going to need your help. And pull out the dagger and just be like, hey, this is kind of becoming common practice at this point. Can I check your arms?
Yes, of course you can.
I will cast guidance just in case.
This will hurt a bit, but it stops the bad man from earlier from tracking you. So
And
Okay.
I get better at practice. You're the third person. And I will check over the runes
Dante, why
if
is he
there
got
is
a
any.
knife? Why is he got a knife? Why is he coming at me with a knife? What is this man doing?
It's okay.
Are
Just
you
trust
sure
him.
he's the Batman?
No, trust the process.
You don't have any innate magical powers that might accidentally sever. That's a joke, by the way. If someone lied to me, or
I mean, does punching you in the face if you hurt me count as a magical power?
I'm not going to lie, this is going to hurt, but it's better than him knowing where you are.
Okay, then headbutt it will be.
That's fair. I'll willingly take it. It's only fair, I guess. And yeah, once Dimitri helps me heat the blade, if there is any tracking rooms in the similar places,
Yeah, sure. So Arcana check, please.
yep. That's not great.
Before you tell, I'm inclined to give you advantage onto this purely because it's been a few people you've done this to, and you've got your memories back now.
Okay, let's roll that again then, I guess. That's better, and then guidance. 15.
15. You do manage to sever the rune, but literally as soon as you're like, rune severed, her head just comes forward and cracks like you straight in the nose.
Kind of just waiting for it because I'm part of the deal. So
yeah. It's almost like
any damage.
No, I'm not going to say.
Happy.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's going to be, but like it definitely like tears up your eyes and like. You know, you're seeing like stars for a moment, but it's happened so quick. You know, like when you go for like reflex tests at doctors, like where they it's literally like that. You like cut and it's just full pelt.
Okay, I've got both arms to check, right?
Sorry, magical effect.
Yep, that was fine. Can I have the other arm now, please?
Yeah, of course. When you look on the other arm, that one doesn't have any runes on it at all.
Okay, you should be fine.
I just add this to the other scars I have, I guess.
Nice hit, though. Jesus. Oh.
Sorry, I don't feel myself. I normally can take someone's head off with a headbutt.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I've kind of changed as well, so I'm not normal at the moment. At least in my meaning of what my normal was.
Right, okay. Santi, interesting company you've decided to keep after ditching us. It's very interesting.
they are great. I'm sure you will.
I mean, what more can I ask for? There's one guy that can heat knives with his hands. There's this very beautiful red dusk blood that, I don't know, she can do something, I guess. And then this man cuts you for no reason, so...
I could explain it, but I haven't got the time.
No, it's perfectly fine. I'm very used to this.
Just because he called me beautiful, I am going to cast Healing Word on him.
She just goes, I still have it.
Speaking of, do you want this dagger back, or should I keep hold of it at this point? Something?
You can keep it. And Santi will pull out Xandria's spear as well and click it between dagger and spear. Unless you would rather take my Labris?
Well,
Can go between your longsword, similar?
I was about to say that longsword kind of useless at the moment. At least the modifications that were done to it, so possibly. It's up to you.
It would be in good hands.
Yeah, you can have it back at any moment.
And yeah, she'll hand her one over to William
Okay.
and then kind
She'll
of
keep Xandria's.
familiarize herself with Xandria's a bit more.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you get the Labras reforged, William. For now, just add a basic longsword. I'll give you the modifications afterwards,
Okay.
William. And Xandria's one is exactly the same as your one, Xanthi, apart from it's a +1.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
So, you couldn't find who I sent you here to find. You all look a bit rough and like you've been through a lot. So, I don't know, tell Gladys from the beginning.
We will tell her everything that happened.
Okay. She's just like slowly just like sipping tea. She's just like,
Every little detail.
Yeah.
And ahead of time, I will apologize to the lady of the house as every time something, comes up that's a bit, what the fuck?
the lady in the house was sitting there drinking tea, and then she just hears like one too many things. She's just like, I think I'm probably best suited outside. I'll see if there's I can't fix us some food. Like, and Gladys is like, I have more cake. Maybe something it's not cake. And Gladys like almost like death stares her, just like. And she's like, okay, if you don't want cake, it's fine, I guess.
Maybe pie.
Pie? Pie. Yes, I think pie. And then she just says to the lady, you can make pie. And the lady's just like, is pie not just cake in paste? Anyway, no problem.
Well, no, you can make savory.
she just goes. You just still hear her going like, pie's just cake, really? And yeah, but she's going about and in the kitchen. And my dear, your tattoo has grown. Does that mean you're no longer having issues?
No, I've just accepted it.
Sometimes that's the best thing to do. I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sure your sister's still with you in like a spiritual sense, though. I don't know what everyone believes, but I believe no one ever really goes away. They merely just are in a place where you can't easily talk or touch them.
Oh, and throughout the whole party, William will say, oh, by the way, my field also spoke to me now.
And at first, Gladys is like, oh, yes, that's great. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it took me off guard as well. I was in the middle of fighting and decided to say, hey, look, there's more of me, find me. And, in the middle of a fight where you're, dancing with death, not the best thing to be having a conversation with.
It spoke to you. Interesting. Very peculiar.
It was more to the group, but the fact that Gladys was there was just convenient. It's just to make sure that they know as well. It's like, so I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore.
We'll add that to the list.
It's just one more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this doesn't seem to be ending anywhere. We have the whole war to deal with after whatever we finish with here.
That's for later.
I mean, yes, I think at this point a list is probably best. And you said you met this Mercy King. That's interesting. And he wants you to get these Glasburst crystals. I wonder.
Yeah.
Interesting in himself.
Can I do an insight check when she talks about the Mercy King?
Yeah, what are you trying to discern?
I just want to know if she has any preconceived ideas about them.
Okay, yeah, sure. Roll me a insight check. I'm going to say it's quite a high DC.
9.
9. What you determine is she has heard of the Mercy King before. So, yeah.
Oh, we do have all these papers. I'm just going to point to Dimitri in that satchel and a bunch of other stuff that we were given.
Oh.
We don't know what's in there yet.
Oh. I mean, now's as good a time as any. You're safe while you're here. I did feel the need to come here, though, because we did manage to get things a little under control in Vexham. The possessed stopped a night or so ago. And then after that, I was like, oh, let me see if I can not see what's happening around here. And then I saw your counterparts being dragged through town. I mean, at first I thought they were you, but they're not really up close and personal. They're a bit off. I mean, Xanthi, my dear, you're a lot taller in person than the other one is. And Morticia, the one that was supposed to be you, is kind of blue. They're not quite the proper copies.
Wait, so there was actual doppelgangers of us?
I mean, somewhat, yes. But when I heard that you were captured, they said, "Oh, you," and they used the names and stuff like that. The Superior Assembly. I was like, let me go check in Scargrim just in case this is really what's gone on. And then I came here, and I was going to check in with Albert, because he was like, sorry, not Albert, Alfred. Names become one of the same when you're my age. Not that I'm old, I must remind you.
You're seasoned.
I like that,
You're
yes.
so youthful.
I wouldn't go that far. I would say experienced, yes, experienced. But yeah, Alfred said if I'm ever in town, I can stay here, and, you know, he's always willing for more ginger and rhubarb tea, so I thought I'll come here. And then I found out that you guys are not the ones that were arrested, and then I looked into more of that, and yes, it's been a long few days, but yes,
I think we all feel the same.
yes.
I don't think we've actually had a day where we could just sit and kind of clear the air.
I mean, that's fair enough. Have you ever thought about just going? Because on an outside looking in, if you don't mind, Xanthi, it seems that your presence here is making the doctor agitated, and he seems to be using your sisters more as pawns now that he knows you're here anyway.
I fear that there is truth to that. But I need to save them from this.
Yes.
And if I do nothing, nothing changes. Would you not say?
I mean, yes. There is, I suppose, that. I also think, though, there should be 3 more of your sisters from what you told me, correct?
Well, Xandria is no longer with us.
Yes. And we have, let me see if I've got this right, Theo, Reese, Xanthi,
Yes.
there was Sandria, and did you not say there was 7 of you originally?
So we are missing Synth, Melissa, and I believe Sophia is also with them.
Interesting.
Which 2 would Xanthi have seen with the doctor earlier today?
They would have been still clad in the armor, so it would have been difficult to determine. But like build wise, you probably would have guessed Synth and Sophia.
Okay.
Melissa being like one of the on the smaller side, like Reese. At this point, while this is all talk, Reese is just like shoveling cake in her mouth, and she's just like, "This is like really, really. Can I have
Perhaps
more?
Pace yourself, little one.
But I would like more."
You don't need to be cleaning up if your stomach can't handle it.
I am a blade of Totalis. There's nothing my stomach can't handle.
You can have all the cake you want, but perhaps slow it down just a little.
Okay. And like Gladys just walks over more cake, and she's just like, as you're watching her, she's just like slowly breaking bits. As soon as she feels the eyes are not on her, she just starts back shoveling it in. So, you met the Mercy King. He's asked you to go get crystals. You've met a lady called Lilianth. Has she asked you to do anything? I'm trying to help you prioritize.
To kill the Mercy King.
Right.
Which we're not sure is the best option.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's your opinion on the Mercy King? Good, bad, neutral?
From my understanding of the Mercy King, and I need to roll for this one because this is not one of her specialities. Okay. From my understanding of the Mercy King, he is a force that protects the city. That takes form in whatever form it may take. If you think that someone or something will harm the city, he's probably going to be hostile towards you. But I do not understand him to be, now if you pardon what the kids call it, a bad guy. I wouldn't know why Lilianth would want him dead. And you also said the bounty is because the doctor put the bounty on his head?
Yeah, which kind of brings up the question, is Lilianth working with him in the first place?
And also, what is you said about dates? And William, how's that going? Have you had a follow-up date? You know, love is an important part of life.
I understand, but at the same time, more pressing matters are taking charge.
Yes. What about, hear me out, if you're wondering if Lilianth is working for the doctor, why not go on a second date and ask? You know, I'm pretty sure that's what kids talk about these days. You know, who you're working for, what jobs do you do? You know, I remember back in my heyday when I was courting, as we used to call it, I would always wonder what my courters were doing and how they managed to get the money for whatever we went and did. One of them was a butcher. The other one was a kind of butcher, in the sense of he killed people. But, you know.
Butchery has many different forms. Barbarity is one of them.
Yes, very true. So, I don't know. And I feel you guys need to formulate your thoughts into a cohesive idea. And this whole time she's been going through the pouch with the papers and everything in it, and just sorting this out as she's been talking, like stopping every so often to talk. And yeah.
Well, we still have the meeting with him. I think that's top priority.
Would you like me to come with you and make sure he doesn't try any funny business? I'll poke him with my stick.
Wouldn't be a bad plan.
Yeah, but I think maybe it's better that he doesn't know about it.
Mm.
Plus, I don't know if he would like us taking someone else in.
Or we can at least tell you, since you're the only safe haven we have. just in case.
Yes.
As long as everyone else is happy with disclosing that.
Fine with me.
I guess we'll share the information with Gladys where we're meeting then, just in case.
Okay.
And then, what, before I leave, you want me to have a second date and see if she's working with him in the first place?
No, I'm just saying it's a idea. You know?
It's a viable option, I understand.
I wouldn't want you to do anything that you wasn't 100% knowing about if you knew. I don't know.
Yeah, I am very confused because she did help bring you back, but then if she wants the Mercy King dead, but the Mercy King seems okay, I'm all just I don't know what's what.
This whole town seems backwards and forwards at the same time.
Well,
Maybe we do need to take a couple steps back, get out of here, and just think about what we want to do.
it is very interesting that these three people are formulating here. I mean, this used to be the capital of the continent. Back in the day before the Brink Wars, really. And then when the second Brink War happened, this city fell, and what you're sitting in right now, this lower district, is what was remaining of the city. And then Vexham rose up as the continent's champion city. I wonder then why they're fighting over it. It's very, very strange.
Maybe there are some resources here.
There might be
Possibly.
more to the idea. Well, you've got the biggest fish in this race, what do you?
I am conflicted about leaving, but if we can prove ourselves to this Mercy King, he seems to be quite strong and also opposed to the doctor, so perhaps getting in his good graces would grant us another ally in this fight. But I feel guilty for dragging you all into this.
Yeah, well, we all made promises. The only way out of them is death, and I, speaking from experience, really boring.
I do not want you to feel held to this, though.
Are we supposed to do just leave?
Yeah.
And it kind of gone past that point where it's like, we kind of have to do this anyway because we now have a vested interest in seeing them safe as well.
And I really don't like the doctor.
Same.
That's also the massive driving force. Yeah, that guy can go down on a
Well,
bike, who cares?
William,
as
language, like control yourself, like, you know.
I'm trying to be more regal, I know.
Yes. Just, you know, just because he's an asshole doesn't mean we have to say such things.
Why is it always?
I think, I don't know about you guys, but maybe having all your options before deciding your next course is a good idea.
do you still think it is worth trying to reach out to Taron Lunan?
I think Taran would probably be able to help you in some regard. I mean, he has his uses, and if you say Gladys sent you, he would definitely be able to maybe sway you one way or the other. You know, it's the case of he very similar to me, has a invested interest in making sure your generation continues and has reasons to continue. So if you want an old lady's opinion, yes, I would go say talk to Taryn.
And where can we find it? Because
We've kind of got swept up in all this and been muddied down. What part of the town would be the best for us to look for?
Bear with me. And she just picks up a teacup and just like starts swirling it around in her hand. And she looks deep in it and she's like, Taryn? Does take a little bit of time, sorry. Oh. He's actually in the lower district. So he's not too far from here. He says he's at the Old Horsepin Inn in the lower district.
Well, I have run to that wagon for at least today, so we could pick him up, or would he be more happy to sit where he is? Your opinion, this is.
I don't know, he's a bit of a weirdo, if you ask me. He never really liked other people's company, so if he's stuck somewhere he's comfortable, maybe meet him there, or I don't know, bring him back here. It's entirely up to you, whatever you feel is the best course of action. I personally think probably meeting him there is probably slightly easier, otherwise you might look like you're kidnapping him.
you don't want to come with?
Oh, I could, but can't really think of an excuse why not.
You can just say no, it's completely fair.
I do feel bad if I say no. I'll tell
You could
you.
always pass on the message if you're busy.
Busy. Yes, busy. Yes, I will be making more cake. Yes.
As good a reason as any.
Just tell him that Gladys says you guys are A-OK, and a guardian agreement between friends must always be answered with a guardian's response.
Okay.
He'll know what it means, and if he doesn't, you're talking to the wrong person.
That might be a great way to find out that we got the right person, though.
Yes. I mean, he's a grumpy old sod anyway.
Any description you could give us so we can find him?
I think grumpy old sod was good enough, honestly.
Fair.
He kind of has like, well, last time I met him, he had like grey kind of hair, kind of like, I don't know how you would say it, like slicked back maybe. He had like this stupid mustache, and an eye patch. And he always wore this really stupid coat, and big thick boots. I think he thinks he's a bit of a pirate.
Well, as good as any.
Yep.
Pleasure to see you again.
Oh, pleasure's all mine as always.
Are you staying, Gladys?
I'm staying here for now, yes. I understand that they've lost a dear member of their ecosystem, so I'm here to help. My time in Vexham has been rendered useless, as now the Superior Assembly know that a Guardian was there. They can't really go pretending there's not one there. And the last thing I want to do is murder innocent young people because they tried to come after me. That's behind me. I've been there, done that. Now I just make tea and cake.
We will come have tea and cake with you soon.
I do look after. I do look after. I do look forward to it.
And we will look after ourselves
Please look after yourselves.
best we can.
And Morticia, do look into your dreams. Maybe a little bit more than just thinking they're just dreams. Would be what I think. And Xanthi, if the doctor gets in your head again, just say Gladys makes the best cakes 10 times fast, and either he'll get really fed up or you'll forget he's there, and if that doesn't work, then, I don't know, bite your tongue or something.
I just hope that would not drive him to do something that we would come to regret.
I tell you what, go talk to my friend Taran. And while you're doing that, I'll see if I can't work on something that would help your situation. Maybe a tea.
I do enjoy your tea.
Yes, tea has all kinds of benefits. And William, just because you're not yourself anymore, as you put it, doesn't mean you're not yourself.
Yeah, I'm coming to terms with I'm just another part of me.
Exactly. You know, sometimes things happen that changes anyone, and even the most extreme change still means you're the same thing. Dimitri, I think you need to cool down a little bit.
Believe me, I'm working on it.
Yes, but yes, take care, all of you.
You too, Gladys.
I always do, somehow.
Before we go, I just need to ask your opinion.
Yes?
And then I will present the box with like the hand. I'll place it on like the table. Do you know what this is? Do you think this is of use? The metal creature we were fighting was using it. I don't know if it's of importance.
He was using it. What was he using it for?
I can't remember. I think it was his weapon came from it. I think, like the box changed shape. If I record.
Oh. I'll tell you what. Go find my friend and I'll look into this as well.
Thank you.
But first, I think I need to sort out the protections of this place so that it's safe.
Did I take the time while all this was going on to swap into the hand-me-downs from Xanthi, the plate armor? Yeah.
I take it you'd step out to do that, not just start changing in the middle of this whole conversation.
Yeah, no, you definitely go change somewhere else. Yeah.
It's like, you're going to give me a heart attack.
Yeah. This really brings back some memories just coming out in the full play, just like. Feel like a knight again.
It suits you.
Different worlds, different time, different life.
Yeah. So we off?
I
Certainly.
should leave.
Okay, so as you all get in the carriage and start making your way on the loose directions, the wishy-washy directions of Gladys, she's like, yeah, basically you go that way, and like that, and
Willing will definitely ask for directions.
yeah, like whenever you stop and ask someone for directions, they start walking in the direction you're supposed to go. She kind of does a bit like that. But yeah, you do manage to find a couple of people to ask them for the directions to the old horse pin inn. And before too long, you do make it there.
We have nothing better to do. Me get this list drained out eventually.
Should we just take a couple rooms here and sleep here for tonight? I'm just saying that because the doctor probably knows where we were staying before.
Yep. One day we'll have to. You know what? Fuck the tab. A small amount of gold isn't worth dying for again. We could just. Didn't leave anything of importance there, did we? Anyone?
Except
Nope.
at the inn.
Yeah, we can just get a random street urchin to take the keys back for us as well. Even then, pretty sure the down payment that I gave him to cover us would replace keys, so.
That is fine.
Yeah. Whose turn is it?
To
It's rooms.
I don't think I've ever done it, so I could take this one.
But I'll make sure the horse is aboard and tied up, because we need to return this tomorrow at least.
In the meanwhile, I will get in the inn and try to find someone who resembles the description.
An old pirate.
As you go into the Inn Morticia, standing on top of the bar, like almost like batting around, like anyone trying to take him down, is like this elderly gentleman. He's like got like a cutlass in his hand that's like still in its scabbard, and he's like batting away people, and he's like, I tell you, you will never take Captain Lunon alive. Now get me another drink before I come down there and teach you a lesson yourself. And you just see everyone just like, come on, Grandpa, get down. And like the barkeep's like, no, if you don't get down right now, I'm going to come up there and I'm going to kick your ass. And then everyone's going to have a go at me because I've kicked an old man's ass. Oh, I would like to see you try.
If you come down, I give you a drink.
Ah, someone speaks the word of the sea. A true gentleman among men. And like he like climbs down, kind of like stumbles a little bit and just like sways over towards you. Oh,
I think I mean a lady.
yes, a true lady among gentlemen. Yes. I am Captain Lunon, and you owe me a drink.
I do.
Yeah.
I think I may know a friend of yours.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've known any friends of mine. And he kind of like stumbles a bit.
I will whisper into his ear. I'm like, Gladys sent us.
Oh, shit. And he just sits down.
On the floor?
No, like there's a chair nearby. He does just like sit like...
I don't know. Maybe.
No.
Like a toddler having a tantrum.
Yeah, like, oh.
He kind of like falls back into like this stool that's like on one of the tables. And as you go to the bar, the guy's like, no, miss, I'm going to keep you in charge of keeping him in check. He's nothing but a menace.
Oh, I'm sure he's fine.
Look what he did to Joe! And like you just see this guy, it's got like a black eye and like he's got like his arm like bandaged up and wrapped around his neck.
Come on, look at him. He's so old. He can barely stand.
And Joe's just like,
Not his fault you're weak.
and he's like, you know, she makes a good lot of sense, to be fair, the lead, alas. Anyway, what are you getting him to drink? His usual, I guess?
What is his usual?
His usual is a pint of ale with a fire whiskey.
Just ale.
Good choice. And he pours you a pint of ale and he's just like, that'd be a gold piece.
That seems like a lot for ale.
He's caused me a lot of trouble.
Fair enough.
He takes the gold piece and he's just like puts, like, not even in like the makeshift like kind of chest near the till sort of thing. He just puts it in his like top pocket. He just hands you the ale.
Thank you.
Not at all, not at all. And yeah, Captain Lunon's back there. He's like, oh, is that for me?
It is for you.
Amazing. I do love ale. Did you get the fire whiskey inside of it too?
Of course. Who do you thank me for?
Oh, amazing. It's like you know me. And then he just like downs the ale and he's just like, so, what brings you here? I would say at this point, the rest of you can come inside.
Well, you see, me and my friends, we're in a bit of a issue.
Oh,
But maybe we should discuss it somewhere a little more private.
oh. You need the good old captain to put on his sailing boots again, I hear. I feel a change in the wind. I feel a storm brewing. I feel...
Oh, it's definitely
dizzy.
brewing. Maybe we take you to a room?
Oh, what makes you think I have a room here?
No, we will get a room here.
Oh, why would you do that? But okay.
Dimitri, did you get the rooms?
I hadn't had a chance, but I'm working on it.
Good luck. Enjoy the negotiations. Gonna pat him on the back as I pass.
I was negotiations.
You're buying a service off somebody. It's negotiations.
Only take the 5th offer.
Okay.
Don't listen to him. How we end up paying more. Don't
Oh,
believe this?
normally they start at the highest price, then they go to the middle, then they go to a little higher, but then they go a little lower again, and then they get you the best price. Have you ever had a 5th offer?
No.
You're overpaying.
Or you are, and I'm not sure which one it is.
Seems we can put it to the test. No? Looking to Dimitri.
So 5th offer.
That's guidance on.
Perfect. As you're doing that, you go over to the bar where you just hear the owner just go, oh, I'm glad someone's taking care of that old crazy person. He's, you know, you put up with him because he's a hero, I guess. And, oh, are you okay there? Do you need anything?
Yes. Rooms, please.
Okay, how many would you like?
How many? What's available? How many have you got?
I've got about 10 rooms available. You want 10 rooms?
No, that's too much. How many people can stay in each room?
I guess it depends on how comfortable you want to be, really. I mean, we have single rooms and we have double rooms, if that's what you mean.
Okay. Do you have room that might fit 3 people? Or can it fit 3?
I mean, technically, you could get 20 people in each room, but how comfortable you be, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of confused on what you're asking.
No, I'm just working out like room situation in my head and who wants to stay with who.
Seeing Dimitri flounder, Bloom will walk over, grab him on the shoulder and go, double room's a single room for the old fart. Now, negotiations, good luck, and I can't like, in like a little nudge
So-
forward, like,
Thank you.
3
Thank you.
rooms.
Yes.
And how many nights will you be staying?
We'll go for 1, and I'm assuming we can add more.
Aye,
If
you
we-
can just come down and pay for an additional night per. It's more expensive that way, whereas if you know you're going to stay for a week, you just pay for a week and, you get a
Well,
special discount.
We'll do discount. No, we'll do 1.
Okay.
And then I might get that discount tomorrow.
Okay. you don't do this often, do you?
No.
Aye. Okay, so double rooms are 7 gold per night, and single rooms are 5 gold per night.
Okay. So I'm assuming I'm getting 3 doubles.
I mean, you just asked for 2 doubles and a single,
Oh,
so that
That
would be
one.
19 gold total.
okay. That's your first offer.
No, that's the price of the rooms.
But I'm sure there's more you can say.
Make a persuasion check.
Sure.
watching this makes me want to drink. William.
Okay, I'm gonna take it first. I got a natural 20 for 26.
And he's like, okay, you seem new around here, so I'll take a gold off each room, so it'll be 16 gold.
That's great. But that's still the second offer. I feel like there must be another 3 in you.
Make another persuasion check. This time disadvantage.
Oh, why did you listen to Morticia?
I got that
Is it that bad that he feels bad for him? Though that's the question.
He's just like, you know what? 15 gold for the 3 rooms for 1 night, and we'll just move on from this little whatever this is, shakedown.
Yeah, no, that's fair. 115 gold.
Yeah, he takes it. This one he does put in the chest. He's like, hands you over 3 keys, and he's like, all right, that's room 12, room 15, and the single room is room 20.
Alright. Thank you.
No problem.
So, did it work?
I'm sorry, I only got up to the 3rd offer.
How much did you pay?
15 gold for all 3 rooms?
You were robbed.
I'm
Saying
sorry.
that, I can't even remember the price that the goblin.
I think it was
goblin
around
goblet
like
was.
5? I want to say.
Possibly.
I
It's
think
been that long, I can't remember. We've been there for a while.
like triple what we normally pay.
It's also only for 1 night.
Yeah,
You pay
you
triple what
can-
we normally pay.
In this part of town, it does seem like a bit of a over expense, but
Secondly, it might
It's a
be
learning
that
process.
expensive because he doesn't get that much business. So seclusion and quiet is what we want. It might be what we get.
Next time, do the 5.
I'll try and do 5 next time. I was just-
Or next time we just don't send Dimitri do it.
You gotta learn.
Or we could just give him the bill afterwards.
No, what if he's alone and he needs to book a room? Then what? He's gonna pay 50 gold for a room?
Yeah, I'll just pay full price.
In some cities, 50 gold is a going rate because of, added security and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe for you, not for me. I go for the 5th offer.
Okay, how about next time? I'll watch you negotiate, get to the 5th offer, and then, I can learn by watching.
I think that's a good idea.
Meanwhile, I'm hating the next time you're going to go buy something.
Only room.
Yeah, we'll just hand out the keys. I don't know which people want, but
Oh, I don't think I've introduced you. Meet our friend.
Oh, I am Captain Laron. And how many? There's 15 of you? My
There's
God.
4.
6, I believe.
There's 6 of us, and that makes a good point. I'm gonna walk over to the bar and just like, question. How much is this? How much is the double room for a night?
It's 7 gold.
Okay, I'm gonna give you 3 gold, and I'm gonna go make sure that everyone's all right. How about that?
Hey, I think we can work that out, yeah?
Perfect. And I'll give him the 3 gold, and I'll be like, key, please.
There you go.
Thanks. Walk over, give it to Sam, and be like, it's up to you. You can either have the double room with your 2 sisters, or you can give it just them to be on their own. It's up to you.
I think I would sleep better knowing that they are well, so I will stay with them.
Not a problem. We forgot about the sisters.
And I must say, 15. How did 15 of you come here? Did you get 15 horses? And
We have a cart.
oh,
We're renting for the day.
a big cart it must be for 15 of you. Gosh. And you
6
all look
just-
alike. Are you twins or?
They're
Triplets?
sisters.
Oh, that explains why 6 of you look identical.
Not by blood, though.
Oh, maybe I'm just being very polite. Can you just talk one at a time as well? When both of you two talk, it's very overcoming.
We were told
you
to
need
tell
to-
you. Sorry. Go for it.
No, I was just gonna say I think you need to go to sleep, but
Sleep, yes. I do not like to sleep.
Well, we were also told to tell you that a guardian's deal is meant to be answered by a guardian's call.
Oh. Then in that case, I suppose we better go to one of your rooms.
Also, we did give you a single room, right? Just looking at Dimitri.
yes, there was one single room.
So you've at least got somewhere to, if you wanted. Secondly, we can just use it as the congregation room and walking point.
Yes, quite. Right. So, rooms, keys, 15 of you in one room. That's going to be a bit of a hectic situation.
Yeah. Let me help with this. I am going to use Lay on Hands, spend 5 hit points, and I can neutralize a poison. So I don't know if alcohol counts as a poison.
Yeah.
Notification, yeah?
Yeah, as soon as you do that, he's just like, good lord. The rest of your group disappeared quite quickly. Anyway, shall we?
We shall. Look at this.
Could Xanthi go to the bar? Don't suppose that you could help me with a bucket of water and a glass of water?
A bucket of water. Yeah, I can get you a bucket, a glass of... Yes.
Much appreciated.
He it's like this old rickety bucket. You can see they just like do like the washing up in that sort of thing. He takes that and it's full of water and he gives that to you, and then he pours you like just some tap water. He's like, there you go.
Much appreciated. And then yeah, head up.
Amazing.
Gives a little nod to Dimitri, but yeah.
And like as you're all going up, you just hear him go, I don't know about you, but lately the weirder the people, the more they seem to just come here. A bucket of water? Why do they want a bucket of water? Don't get anyway. And as you all go up and congregate in the main room, I feel that's a great place to stop for tonight and pick it up next week. As we'll be back next week for, I don't know, Captain Laron's proper introduction. Until then, see you later.